so I'm going to mix it up a little bit today. I'm going to continue the game now. I'll probably use controller. I think I played mouse and keyboard part 1. It was a little bit of a struggle. I think I'm not setting macros and that sort of stuff, so yeah, not helping ourselves. What normally kills me is all the audio. Yeah, so I've got everything. I do it like that, it's quicker, isn't it? Shows you how much quicker mouse and keyboard is than everything. So I've turned that down, turn that down, turn that down. Hopefully that should do it, hopefully. Something like that. There's about 10 or so, so let's do that one. And then let's continue, see if that does it. So hopefully, fingers crossed. We're good to go, I think. Jeez. So, yeah, I think that's done it. So, keep having trouble with OBS for some reason. It's an absolute pain, to be honest. Where every time I seem to set up the mic, when you have the HyperX, that way, really good mic, but when you set up, it's a bit of a headache because it actually turns off every time you turn your computer off. So every time you load OBS up, you have to reset it, and it's yeah, a little bit frustrating at the minute. So yeah, let's crack on and get onto it. So what I'm going to do, as I said, is I'm going to try and do a bit of a controller playthrough with this one and restart. Yeah, we'll try that, continue. Let's hopefully... yeah, as I said, I don't actually know the controls with... Okay, so that, yeah, I might end up swapping back midway, so we'll just see how easy everything is. Obviously last time I was playing with the... Okay, so it's quite easy actually, so it's very standard control, isn't it? So, got the Y button, the B button is block, the down's heal. So maybe you can definitely tell the control is set up for the console, the mouse and keyboard, to be honest. So, okay, let's not do two in one. Let me pause it a minute. If I go on to there. Yeah, I'll just turn it up a little bit. Up a little bit. It's a little bit dark, isn't it? So we'll just apply that. So hopefully that's done it. So let's crack on with the game. I think we're there we go. Good to go. Sorry about the messing. Yeah, so I don't actually know the controls. I think I'm supposed to go. We go this way? Or is that where we've come from? No, wrong. Wrong way straight away. So let's have a look. Okay, so I'm gonna have to kill this guy really quick. And okay, so when it flashes, you can just do the evade sort of thing, can't you? And, yeah, I can already tell this is going to be it's going to be quite a tricky game actually. Let me know what the brightness is like. Obviously we're on a bit of a funny scene here. Let me just display brightness. I normally have it on 50%, but it's looking a little bit dark, isn't it? So the only thing with these sort of type of games. So in our case, you push it in like that to crawl and open. Okay. So that's, yeah, straightforward enough, isn't it? So hopefully, if I just move that up a little bit for you all, do it like that. Yeah, so hopefully we're good to go. The graphics are so good, even down to the trees and that first part 1 scene with the trees. It was sort of like the blossom trees, the pink, and it does look so good. I'm playing with the 4070 Ti, so I can almost, I don't know, I'm going to have to dream of what a 4090 would look like on the game. Okay, cutscenes.
can get close, slit their throats, and kill them without a sound.
Yeah, so far it does feel really good. Definitely a bit of a learning curve with the controls. But yeah, we'll find out in a minute. I think, as I said, I've ditched the mouse and keyboard, so... Okay, point with enemies that way. Yeah. Not letting me do the other one. Point to targets with your sword. Okay, there we go. And then you can... Okay, so it's a little bit like Spider-Man sort of thing, but... You know, feels better than Spider-Man at the moment. Okay, that feels good. Yeah, so I'm just going to have to try, as I said, the mouse and keyboard is a little bit... The base, a bit like God of War. I found God of War such a headache with the base controls. It's nothing against the game, it's just the ports seem to be a little bit... I don't know. You'd expect they've tested, tried and tested the controls, but yeah, never seem to work. I think they presume most people play on sort of controller. I'd imagine the PlayStation 5 controller is probably better for this game. Sort of the haptic feedback, and that sort of stuff.
Thank you, my lord. They said all the samurai were dead.
Do you have somewhere to hide?
I heard Golden Temple might be safe.
Go.
Let me close that off, and I'll just turn that down a little bit. So, yeah, sorry for the messing. It's just going to take a minute, I think, just to get the audio set up. It seems to be a little bit strange. I've turned everything right down, but on the feed it just seems to be quite loud, so I do apologise, everybody. So I can cut scenes if you want. I'm happy to cut through cut scenes if you've seen the game before, or if it's new, just shut up and let you watch it.
My only family.
And Lord Shimura is mine.
Please, I just want my brother back.
I'll help you find him after I save my uncle. I promise.
I'm coming with you. Stables are just up ahead.
Okay, so that's me messing. So okay, take it serious now. We'll take the stream serious. Yeah, so the game I'm running on high settings. It seems to be hitting around the 100, low 90s to 100 or so. I'm not really getting 120, so I think the game's probably quite demanding. It's definitely challenging. But as I said, I'm sort of like an hour in, so I've only had an hour of gameplay at the minute, and it is the first time on this. I don't really play a lot of story-driven games.
For them and us, which horse do you want?
Which horse do you want? Should we go with this one? Yeah, Digital Deluxe. So I think as part of the PC pack, yeah, we'll do that. I wasn't sure what that was, sorry. Yeah, so as part of the PC pack, you do get the deluxe edition with it. It's just sort of standard now. Usually the case for PC sort of ports. By the time they come out, like 12 months later, all the content's out anyway. So a bit like Dead Island 2. Ended up buying the gold edition for that because it was just available at a cheaper price. So yeah, so at the minute I get a lot of the games off CD keys. So CD keys has always been cheaper. So a bit like Dead Island 2 costs £20 for the sort of gold, sort of the best one you can get with all the DLC. It's usually a lot cheaper than going through the store, which is a lot more expensive. So what I have done is I do a lot of giveaways on the channel for different games. We've done like Dead Island 2 giveaway, we've done Session, we've done Battlefront 2 giveaways. So I've actually had a conversation with CD Keys, so I'm hoping I can try and get a partnership with them. Try and start giving out more games and getting more keys for games. So that'd help the company promote itself, but then it'd also help me with the giveaways and save a lot of money. So yeah, so ideally that would be a win-win. Hopefully more of a win for me, I'd imagine, but I think it would be good to get to that point so we can do giveaways like this game, for example.
Don't sound surprised.
What's all that noise?
Not sure. The Mongols fired them off at the beach.
Yeah, so it's pretty good so far. Yeah, so hopefully, as I said, if I can start getting a bit of a... Yeah, I've missed that one. Yeah, if I can get a bit of a partnership with CD Keys, then we can sort of double up on some of the giveaways, which would be really good, to be honest. So that'd be the long-term plan. Hopefully I can hear back this week. I know it's bank holiday and a lot of it's going on, but it would be good if we could get those on board. As I said, we're probably doing sort of weekly giveaways at the minute, really. It'd be good just to get some bigger, more exclusive games, really, stuff like this, which I've done, like the Dead Island 2 giveaway. That's probably been one of the bigger games. But stuff like when you're into like the £40 mark, it'd be good to get some sort of discount, or at least a couple of keys, which would be good. Oh yeah, fingers crossed. That'd be good to start giving up this stuff away. So it just means we can do sort of on the live stream, start doing like start doing giveaways live, which would be ideal. It'd be good. So yeah, so at the minute, partnership wise, it's sort of got the Belkin one going, which is good. So all the wireless charging, that sort of stuff, and then the Control Freaks, which is the 12% discount code. So, and then I've got a couple of others at them. Yeah, the CD keys, I spend most of my, well, not most of my salary, I do spend quite a lot on CD keys, so it would be good to get there. But the game feels really smooth. I'm feeling a little bit disappointed I'm not using the mouse and keyboard, but I do think now I've had sort of an extra 10 minutes on it now, the game is definitely set up for controller. I'm not saying you can't use it on a mouse and keyboard, it's probably more accurate. The aiming feels a lot more accurate, like any game on PC, but when it comes to the actual controls itself, so when you've got like your block button and sort of the dodge button, they sort of set it up as like Q on the keyboard, yeah, Q and E, and it just doesn't sort of work when you're moving, and it's really not great. I think you can change everything, obviously, put macros onto your mouse, but it starts getting a little bit messy, doesn't it? So okay, so we've done that there. Yeah, just comment below if you've played the game, or if it's something you're looking forward to playing. It's I can see why it's one of the best, sort of one of the most played games on PlayStation. It's just the attention to detail. It's super smooth. I'm not even hitting 120 frames, and it feels perfect. So I think anything around the 60 mark, and you'll be pretty good, to be fair. This is on high as well. I've not changed it to ultra or any of the other settings, but it looks really good at the minute. That's a nice touch, isn't it, as well? So I do know with the game, I've watched a few videos on it, and I don't know a lot of the history on it, but it definitely looks like they've mapped it to sort of real life when they've done sort of the demonstrations, and yeah, a lot of the moves and footwork. It's definitely mapped through sort of what would we say, Ooh, look at that. Yeah, it's definitely mapped through when they do sort of the AI or the actual, what it's called now, where they put all the balls on it, everyone, and do sort of character mapping and bit like the movies, that sort of stuff. So you can definitely tell it's been done that way. It's be good to see if there's another game. I know there is the other samurai game out. It always gets compared, doesn't it, to everything, but yes, that's broken, that one, isn't it? So it is on a meter. So yeah, I've played games like Skyrim and bits, but I've never been a massive open world player games. But yeah, I quite like some of the character models as well when they. A is just jump, isn't it? So it's basically saying you can jump out of the way of arrows, possibly. Unless there's a different animation for it. Okay, so it's... Okay, so it's just dodging like that, isn't it? Yeah. It's quite funny. It's a bit different than I expected, to be honest, the game. A bit like the camera angles move a lot. I thought it'd be a bit more over the shoulder like this, but it seems to be a little bit mixed on sort of moving the camera in and out, and a bit more dynamic than I thought, but it isn't a bad thing. Seems to work well. It's just different. Just a bit of a different game, a bit like when I bought Dishonored. When I first bought that, I thought that was realistic, and you get on it, and it's a bit more arcade sort of based. I wouldn't say cartoony, but so we've timed that right. It's good detail, isn't it? After the kills, but we'll let everyone enjoy it in a minute. Without talking too much. So we brought the shield, haven't we? It does a bit of a pose, doesn't it, after the kills, but yeah, it's crazy to imagine years ago, a bit like the Vikings and Romans, and this was sort of the lifestyle, wasn't it? And you think now we've got it easy, we just get up and do a bit of gaming, do a bit of work, and yeah, get some food and get to bed, sort of thing, and play some more games. But
I am Jin Sakai, nephew of Lord Shimura. I have come to avenge his honor. Jin.
Your uncle has told me much about you, Jin Sakai. I will show him his nephew, broken and humiliated, begging to join the Mongol Empire. Jin. This is your time, Lord Sakai. Come here.
wasn't expecting that actually.
I failed.
We're hitting 130 frames on a black screen, which is good.
Father,
Jin. Help me. May your death benefit all beings.
Lord Sakai. Young master.
We're back on. Thanks for joining, everyone. Hopefully you like this series. I can't believe the game is 4 years old, nearly.
You must face them, Jin. You are now the master of Clan Sakai.
Yes.
You're not.
Everything just moves fast, doesn't it?
Your
I
father.
apologise, we're just at the beginning of the game really, so we're an hour in, so not yet
The bird.
into that open world element.
And uncle?
He will tell you.
But yeah, we're not sort of geared up at the minute. So this is sort of the epilogue, as you'd call it. So
If you ever need guidance.
still feels like we're in that early stage of building the game up and the story and what the game's all about. So
Your father protected the people above all else. A true samurai.
not sure what the specs are on PlayStation 5, as in I don't know if it runs at 4K at 120. I'm not 100% sure. I'm certainly not at the minute.
Couldn't save him. I was a coward.
Jin, you are a samurai.
He died because of me.
I've just had a look and it's 60 frames, so it's locked at, well it isn't locked, but it says it's pretty much locked at 60. So I think that's what I was saying before. Anything above 60, around that 60 mark, you're pretty smooth. You can usually feel a few dips to 40 when it starts
Your father's
slowing down, but yeah, it just shows you how good the consoles are. And when you start building, I know everyone says the PCs you can build better and get more frames and graphical quality out, but I think for the money, especially now all the prices dropping, it's definitely a good bit of kit, and I think they're definitely just doing it from volume of sales, aren't they? So they can afford to put more hardware in specs. But yeah, 60 frames at 4K is good. We're running probably 90 to 100 and 1440p at the minute, so it just shows you how good it is, and that's on the 4070 Ti. So to be honest, a lot of it is also down to optimization. So consoles just seem to get optimized games better. So stuff like this will run a lot smoother on the console when it's been developed on the console. Where they suffer is when they're ported across, and it's just a bit the net coding. It was always easier getting Xbox games to PC. I know they struggle with the PlayStation net codes when they're porting across to PC. Probably find a few day one issues, but this seems pretty smooth. But talking like this, it's 4 years old now, so
How do I save him?
yeah. So I'm just trying to think. What there's the new Shogun series, isn't there? Which is probably been built off the back of this, really, of sort of the popularity, sort of that Japanese samurai influence. This game, like 47 Ronin, and there's also sort of the Wolverine film, which has that Japanese element in as well. So it's yeah, the grass is really good how it moves. It was the same with the sort of the it's a bit like Crisis, isn't it? Back in the day, I think this is the new standard, isn't it? I think it's follow the wind. So we're going this way, obviously, to the fire, then, aren't we? I think. Oh, I think this is our horse.
Come on.
So you can see the wind there. So obviously we're in the right direction, aren't we? So yeah. So as I was saying, if I can get some partnership with CD Keys, that would be absolutely amazing. Because then we could give games away like this. And we do a lot of giveaways. Maybe I should probably cut down on the giveaways and do sort of AAA games a little bit more. So maybe do like 1 or 2 a month. Do it that way, opposed to smaller games weekly. So we'll just have to see how that goes. It might be yeah, it might be a better option actually. So as I said, we've done the Dead Island 2, we've done Battlefront 2, Battlefront Classic Collection when that came out. Unfortunately, not a great game, but and then we've done stuff like the Skater XL session. Sort of like the core games. We've done a few Siege giveaways as well. So not massive games, but it'd be good to get up to this level of doing bigger, or even getting to a point of we can do like component giveaways and do giveaways for mics, mouses, that sort of stuff. So yeah, that's where I'm heading. I'm trying to get the channel to that point anyway.
And retake our home.
You'll need some help.
Raiders. The Khan's attacked us.
Too many of them. Hide in the grass.
Just turn the mic a little bit, so I will stop talking a little bit. To go now, aren't we?
Bastards scared off the horses.
They're samurai mounts, trained to return to their masters.
I've been quite strict actually on this. I've not looked at any walkthroughs of the game. I've looked at a bit of the gameplay, but it's usually stuff like what 500 hours looks like, or what sort of top. Yeah, it's usually more montages than.
First, I need to find more allies. Trained warriors. Like Sensei Ishikawa and Lady Masako Adachi. They can help.
My brother can help too. Once we save him, you'll have the island's best blacksmith in your debt.
Give me 2
You'll make
seconds.
whatever tool you need to save your uncle.
Something to scale the castle walls.
You dream it, Taka can make it.
Where are they holding him?
He was captured near Kechi.
Ride there and ask around. I'll join you soon.
Taka won't last long in the Mongol cage.
We will save your brother.
And your uncle.
As we're back now. I have to admit, not too impressed with some of the pre-rendered videos like this. They seem to be like low quality. It was the same on the vlog of the game. We did the first hour, and there's a few cutscenes which are a little bit washy. Not a problem. It's a little bit like the old Tomb Raider games. You used to get sort of the video and nothing like the game, but if anything, they've made it worse on this game. It's yeah, a little bit strange. But yeah, just comment below if you've played the game, what your thoughts are. But so far, yeah, it seems quite a solid game. It seems really smooth as well, so not sure where we're going. Run this way, I presume we'll just keep going this way. Hopefully somewhere. As I said, I've not looked at a whole lot of gameplay, so I'm not even sure if it's an open world game or not. We'll just do it in the order, I think. That's probably the easier. So it looks like, instead of having a mini-map, you end up having sort of wind to follow. It's a little bit different, but what this means anyway.
Fight me.
Okay, I'll put my horse. I don't want the horse to die just yet. The DLC horse as well, so. I wasn't sure if I was in the right stance there, that was all. He's gone there, haven't we? Ooh, look at that. Yeah, it's gonna be quite a difficult game, isn't it? I think.
Show me your skill.
I'll do the standoff properly this time. Yeah, perfect. God. Definitely that's part of the movie, isn't it? Yeah, so he does like a double. He just spams it, doesn't he? So we've got him there. I've not seen any limbs coming yet, so I'm not sure. Not sure what the game's like, as in the gore of it. I don't know. Not seen any of that yet, so we'll find out, won't we, soon? Hard to tell what they're doing, as in sometimes you get the. I can block like that, can't I? So yeah, so maybe that's what I need to do. I've not used any of the blocking yet, so. There we go, that's it, isn't it? Yes, I've not done any of the blocking, so probably missed the trick, but it's definitely a lot easier on controller, put it that way. So you've just seen there, that's what I mean by the camera angles. It does seem to change a little bit, so get some idea. Yeah, I might actually pick up a PlayStation 5 controller for this. Always thought it might be good to try it. Xbox controller's just comfortable. It took me quite a lot of years, to be fair, to get used to the Xbox controller. I've always felt it better in the hand, but I've always been used to the controls of the PlayStation, like the X, circle, square, triangle sort of thing. So it just comes naturally. I still look now, find myself looking at the key sometimes on some of the quick events, and like after 10 years, it's funny how when you're brought up on something PlayStation, it's so difficult to then get used to something, isn't it? So I'm not sure what the objective is here. We'll just keep looking around, see what we can find.
Thank you.
Not sure what the objective is. I'm not sure if there's a bit of a mini map or got resource there. It just says recruiting here, so I'm not 100% sure.
Here you.
So we've got some supplies there. I haven't found the game's just on. It's not on easy, but it's just on sort of moderate. like the medium, I'd say that's what they class it as. I think the best way is just to go down on numbers, isn't it? I think that's the easiest way to do it. It's pretty high up in the ranking, so it's quite easy to kill then, aren't they? There's actually having a look at a few 47 Ronin clips. I've not seen the film for so long. One I actually went to the cinema to watch. So we've got him there. Perfect. Not sure. We go from here. Just there. We've had this collectible already, haven't we? So let's just smoke, isn't it? Not sure. Actually go under buildings then, can't you? A little bit like the tutorial, so that follows through. I presume I just need to follow the horse. If I can get onto the horse, yeah. Then we'll carry on this way, I think. Unless I'm absolutely missing something. I'm not sure. Go onto the map here. Might be a bit further. We'll just go this way and see where it leads us, so. It does feel really good actually. I've always struggled a little bit on some of the open world games. A little bit like. Got it?
Jin,
Okay.
you found me.
You handle that well.
I should have heard him coming. Let myself get distracted. These people saw Mongols marching prisoners upriver. They had a blacksmith with them.
Your brother?
Sounds like it. They were taking him to a camp near the Kaneda Inlet.
I know the place.
Yeah, just comment below your thoughts on the game if you're enjoying it, if you've played it.
Did you find any samurai to free your uncle?
As I said, I've not really looked at the gameplay. I've tried to be quite strict on this for once. Actually, wait for it to come out. It's too easy, isn't it, looking at walkthroughs and skipping through everything, so I've been quite strict. I'm going to actually do a full playthrough of this, though, if it does well, because I've done quite a few now, like the Tomb Raider, Dead Island 2, God of War, Spider-Man. I tend to start them and I don't really finish much, so yeah, I think that's my problem. So I think I need to be quite strict to actually do a full sort of end-to-end walkthrough with everything.
Take a breath, because then I'll know there's hope for our island.
You feel that strongly?
Most recent game I probably played right through was probably Dying Light 2. That was definitely a good game. It was one of those games where it makes you want to finish it, that you want to get to the end sort of thing.
You're riding well. How are your wounds?
But yeah, Spider-Man, I've got that on the list, and God of War, that was surprising actually, another PlayStation game from Sony, and it's really good. It's better than I thought. I think I've just been missing out all these years, sticking with sort of stuff I know, like too easy to stick on Rainbow Six Siege and Call of Duty, Battlefield, that sort of stuff, all the games you can just jump on and off quickly. But yeah, as I said, hopefully we can do a giveaway of this. That would be absolutely epic. So it'd be good to get to that point then. Said instead of doing weekly stuff, we'll probably then just do larger AAA games. Do it that way. Keep going up here. Been enjoying a bit of X-Defiant as well the last so there's been quite a bit of gameplay on that recently. It's quite good, especially for a free game. It's yeah, it's really good, really smooth. Yeah, this is the only thing that doesn't put me off the open world games, but definitely an element of go down there. We have to go around. I'm not really sure.
Hey, Jin!
Yeah, so we need to go this way, don't we? Yeah, this is the only thing a bit like Red Dead. GTA is not so bad, is it? But stuff like this, a lot of the travel, you can spend a lot of hours travelling. I usually try and quick travel everything, which isn't the right way to do it, is it? But should be following him, but the every time I stop, it doesn't seem to be moving, and then it was this. So yeah, it's good to see. I did watch a video on Red Dead 2 actually, a bit of a comparison, and it's absolutely amazing how good Red Dead 2 is, even compared to this. Just the level of detail is saying go down here, isn't it? So not sure if he wants me to go this way. I don't know why he doesn't just lead and I'll just follow. I'm not sure what I'm doing at the minute. Like this, he just sort of stops. So if we just go this way and follow the wind, maybe that's... It just keeps taking us in circles, doesn't it? So I'm not sure. Okay, there we go.
There's the camp. Tough to get inside.
I'm absolutely not sure how long the game is either, so I'm not sure if it's a 60-hour game or 40 hours. I'm not 100% sure at the
Need
minute.
to reach Taka without
In
putting
fact,
him in danger.
we'll Google it now.
Safe approach.
Okay, so it says it's about 25 hours this game to complete. So
You could scale the rocks on that side.
If they're loose, they
definitely
might
got a few quirks like that. A few sort of different
Defenses in back are formidable.
sort of design. Probably would you call them? Probably design sort of elements to it,
Front wall there is still
which are quite unique, I'd say.
We can look for a gap in the front wall. Slip inside.
and cut down the Mongols where they stand.
If something goes wrong, they'll kill the prisoners. I've seen them do it. We have to go in quietly.
Like thieves.
What's wrong with that?
Before the samurai, this island was ruled by criminals. We changed that by creating order and delivering justice in the open. We live by a code of honor. And sometimes we die by it. Warriors like my father, who just wanted to give us a safer home.
I want the same thing. But we have to fight back.
I promised my uncle I'd never break our code.
So just comment below as well if you want me to cut any cutscenes or
Save
anything.
my family. And what's left of yours.
Let's get a closer look. See what we're up against.
We should wait until it gets darker.
Let's move.
Tonight, isn't it? Makes you think where they sleep, doesn't it? And have a shower regularly. Oh, find the gap near it.
Taka.
Reminds me a bit like
has been through a lot.
sort of Metal Gear Solid, Ghost Recon sort of.
Someone
Yeah,
had to.
definitely feels a little bit like Breakpoint sort of
It was that at the
vibes with the
start.
map.
I didn't have a choice.
I didn't
Bit of
choose to
Tomb Raider
be a
mixed in
samurai,
there, so they all
but going against
focus on
my
each other,
instincts,
don't they? So
My code.
It's better
all,
than getting wiped out
very
by
similar
the
games. So
We
let's
have
have
to
a think.
fight back. Any way we can.
I presume you go down here. It seems to be quite defined areas, so it got into crouch there automatically. So I don't think you can go wrong if you're on the right tracks for stuff. Here's the gap, isn't it? Look at that.
Through here.
Boom, you squeeze through. But yeah, it's got definitely got a Tomb Raider vibe to it, put it that way.
If they see us, they'll kill the prisoners.
Then we better stay quiet. And open their throats.
What do you think, Jin?
The bear's running with a limp. Your arrow wounded him.
This is when a beast is most
So-
dangerous. Remain
Yeah, so
Yes, Uncle.
stealth element is definitely something I'd desire. I think. Like I said, Splinter Cell was always, I was always like Blacklist. It was always going for that stealth
Rebels' fault.
style, get the extra points, and it was always something. Follow the bet. I presume this is the uncle from the beginning, isn't it? Doing the training, and this is the one sort of make the decisions at the end. I do know that, but I don't know any of the story. It's all new to me.
No, but we're getting closer.
But it's crazy to think years ago.
If it's still
I'd never
alive,
imagine having
can I take the
games
shuttle?
about them. And
Prove you can
the
control
periods,
your
it's a
own
bit like now, isn't it?
time.
As close as we gets now playing GTA, isn't it?
We got him.
Careful, he could still be alive. This arrow should not have killed him.
Look, Uncle. There's a gash in his side. Not from an arrow.
An assassin! From Yarikawa!
Such a nasty way to go, isn't it?
What's that that's still in the back? Osakai! Control yourself. We are not criminals like this man here. We are samurai. He tried
I
to
think
kill
it's either you or them, isn't it? So,
He must
as makes you think, how hard is it?
with his life.
How do the
And look him in the eye. And teach him that samurai
those
never
decisions?
acts with
But
anger or fear,
it's
and take his life with honor.
brutal.
When we
Brutal.
fight, we face our enemy.
Sliced his neck, but the chop
When
right
we
down the
take their
middle.
life
That blade too.
in the eye, with courage and respect. This is what makes us samurai. Only cowards strike from the
Breaking
shadows.
monitor a little bit, just looking up too much. I've just moved it a little bit. I should really just play on the lower screen because that's probably the right angle for everything. Looking up a little bit all the time when I'm playing.
Jin. What's wrong?
Let's find your brother. We can't let them see us.
Use all your senses. Think and
Can't be a long game then, can it? So if we've been playing this for nearly an hour now, I've already done an hour. So that's 2 hours, and it's a 25-hour long game. So we're definitely progressing through it, aren't we? I'm not sure how much of it is tutorial. How long you have to get to once you've sort of done everything. And okay, so you get extra Thanks for that then, though. Good if you could carry the bodies, but I suppose you don't need. Good if you could do that and keep hold of them. I'm not sure what the AI is like, as in. A bit close to the fire, that doesn't it? A little bit. You just turn around and you're just getting assassinated. I'm not sure what the supplies do. I don't know if it's for crafting weapons or armour. Not 100% sure. That was a bit of a missed opportunity, wasn't it? It looks like the assassinations are very, very similar. Whether you sat down or stood up, it was the same animation then, so. Starved to death and everything. I think.
Yuna, is that?
No, not Taka.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so I presume it must be. That was really bad actually, that was my fault. Running around like a crazy man. Go through it. A little bit higher, so we've cleared that out, haven't we? But I've got a feeling it'd be best going.
There, a prisoner.
It's a little bit.
No, it's not Taka.
A little bit forced, isn't it? As in, the enemies are all stood there, sort of thing. Ready. There's no one sort of doing patrols and. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so there's no one doing like a patrol. They just sort of stood, sort of set areas really, which isn't. A little bit, not basic is it, but it's a little bit set up, isn't it? So it'd be nice to get them doing a bit more patrolling and a little bit like the Splinter Cell games, but
How'd you get in here?
got the prisoner out,
We'll talk when it's safe.
enjoying our clan now.
Come on.
I don't think there's anything. It'd be good if there was stuff up here. Yeah, there's nothing up there. Is they making us want to press if we just go?
Let's get to the river.
Yeah, that wasn't ideal, was it? But use two of those, can't we? Yeah, so the stealth element is good, but a little bit forced, isn't it? A little bit. Oh, there's no intensive there. It's just
swords to free him. Are you looking for
found
work?
it's all
No,
set up.
But the
Set
other
up.
Straw Hats may be.
Whether it's different on the harder
In
setting.
Tsutsu Prefecture, by the coast near the Kishi grasslands.
This way. We're looking for my brother, a blacksmith named Taka.
Don't know him, but a lot of prisoners move through here.
Another
Said they were
cutscene now.
moving the slaves. Where?
They mentioned Azamo Bay. And there was a blacksmith in the last group. A young man with a beard. From Yarikawa, maybe.
You'd better be right.
I hope you find your blacksmith.
Taka's alive in Osmo Bay.
The town is surrounded by walls. Rushing in without a plan will only put him in more danger.
I have a friend who might be able to get us inside.
Find him. The sooner we rescue Taka, the sooner we save my uncle.
Jin. Taka will
I was
forge
thinking on
whatever tools we
Tuesday,
need as soon as he's
got a
free.
day there. I might do a good few hours of this. Try and get
Leave the island.
this on. Try and get a good walkthrough done on the game as well. So maybe do
Stop them.
a 4-hour session on this game to get
Let's
through
fight
it.
for a home.
Not get through all of it, but get through a lot of it.
Home is wherever Taka and I go.
But yeah, so the channel's come up to 20k subs as well, which is crazy. So I can't thank everyone enough for that.
I'll find you.
It's definitely bringing more
I know this
opportunity to the channel. So hopefully, as I said, if we can do some of the CD key giveaways, that'd be really good.
Thank you.
Do the haircut, gave it off. I keep thinking, do I get a green screen possibly just for the back and get that on, and don't get the background then behind me, so I keep moving the desk around.
Better than this. Convince your people to stop resisting, and you can walk free.
Stop wasting my time. Kill me.
You think you've lost everything. But your nephew is still alive. My men control the roads. They build war camps near your towns. They see everything, and they will find him.
Lord Sakai will fight until his last breath. As will I.
You love him. Just as you love your people. You're a father to them. Will you abandon your children?
Just comment below if you're enjoying the game and the
Make them your slave.
playthrough so far. I'll definitely get through this one. So I'm enjoying it. As I said, it's definitely, I won't say better, but it's a lot easier on the controller as well. So part one was the mouse and keyboard. The attack's really good with the mouse, so precise, but it was just all all sort of the preset buttons with it. It just feels like, ooh, let's have a think. Counter attack. I think that's probably the best. Okay, so we can get both at the minute. Perfect. Got one more point, have we? Follow the hot springs. Sure, I'm not. I'll try that one. I know that's probably good for the gameplay, isn't it? So I'm not sure how big the map is. It does look huge, doesn't it? So got all these areas, undiscovered. So that looks like. And we'll do that next one, can't we? I think. I'm not going to do the playthrough to open world. I'm going to try and complete the game. I imagine it's a 25-hour sort of game, but if you wanted to spend 100 hours on it, you probably could. And we'd never get to the end of it, would we? So I think for what this walkthrough is, then we definitely need to do it this way. Somewhere this way. Yeah, so for what we're doing on the walkthrough, then yeah, we don't know if you're supposed to kill foxes or not, actually. We'll just keep powering through, can't we? I'm not going to rush it, but I'd like to do it at peace to try and get the playthrough done. It's going to take a long time, isn't it? And the next game will be out before we've done this one. Get up there then somehow, don't we? Go this way. Not sure if you can actually. Doesn't look like you can actually. I don't know if you can hang off the horse or not. Might be a perk later on, I'm not sure. So some leather there, isn't there? Some supplies we've got. Then we'll keep moving up here. Or what that is, if you can climb up there or not, I'm not sure. We go up this way. And I'm not actually sure graphic settings are on to any. So if I went on to... So I've not looked at any of this, have I? So I'm not sure. Oh, this must be DLC kit, mustn't it? Or what all this is, to be honest. Collections. This is the display, isn't it? So on full screen, on there, auto. I think DLSS is the frame rating, isn't it? For some reason, on some games, it suffers with the frame generations. That did it. I think that looks better, doesn't it now? Could be wrong. It's matched. It's the frame up. So where do we go now? If we do the wind. Gone the wrong way, yes. Going the right way or not. Won't fall off just yet. Okay, so it's going up there, isn't it, I think? Still getting used to it a little bit, so... See, so it's taken us up there, isn't it? So I'm not sure where... Taken. I'm not actually sure what's up here, so we'll just look at this really quick first. See. We'll just run here, just whilst we're here, we'll just see what's going on. Maybe it's a bit of a hideout, isn't it? Might be some goods up here we can get. Well, I'm not sure if there's any side quests. Help if I could actually talk to him. Oh.
Do you know of any supplies in the area?
No, my lord, but Kami will lend you aid. If you pay your respects, find the Torii gates, follow them to a shrine, and take what is offered.
They say a charm blessed by Kami can change one's fate. I could use that kind of help.
Always called me a coward. Maybe she was right.
Yeah, wherever this is, we're not actually far away, are we? So, 190 meters.
Good boy. Let's go, Nobu.
What's saying it's up here, isn't it? Maybe we have to go over. Maybe it's down here somewhere, little village. Maybe it's that there. Is that not where we... That didn't. That didn't go well, did it? Is he alive? No, he's not. I'll see if I can put it onto ultra. I wouldn't say ultra graphics, but difficulty's medium. Was away because I think it's. And that was it. Very high. Okay, so you can see quality of the grass, can't you? When you go from very low, probably not a massive difference, is there? Should we try it? Very high just to see. Well, I've put it onto very high and we're actually getting 125 frames locked, so 20, so it's not actually with the DLSS, it's actually game. I think that's the good thing, isn't it, with the Nvidia cards? It's seem to ramp everything up, but it doesn't seem to have
Bloody footprints.
much of an impact when it starts generating frames itself. Basically, how it works is instead of preloading the game and using the GPU, it's sort of like its own sort of AI, which doesn't generate. So all the distance now will be sort of pre-generated. It won't be part of the game. So it's basically just what it's. I'm not sure how they do it, but it basically just fills in the gaps with
Remove the arrow.
sort of
Sensei is in
generic
his house.
visuals opposed to preloading everything in. So it usually means stuff close is really good, and you start looking a bit further to the distance, and it starts to see a bit like Spider-Man. It doesn't load the whole city in; it sort of loads it as you're working through. So do it. So it just means instead of having full game open and everything running like games like Cyberpunk, you can basically shut half the game down. Headband there. Let's return to the dump. Basically just using the low part there. Turn to. There must be something up here, I imagine. Just outside, isn't it? There, isn't it? So let me see what's over this way. It says if we go up here.
Humble home for a samurai.
So there it is.
Don't move.
Sensei Ishikawa.
Lord Sakai's boy. You survived Komoda.
We could have used your bow.
I was on my way when bandits attacked me.
Are you expecting them to return?
A samurai is never caught by surprise. I'm sorry about Lord Shimura. He was a good man.
He's alive. Taken captive by the Mongols.
Then there's hope.
That's why I've come. Help me save him.
I can't. My student is missing. A skilled archer.
I will help you look. Then you can both help me free Lord Shimura.
Try and keep up, Sakai.
So into another chapter now. I'm not sure what chapter this is. Game does look really good.
No one knows.
Good to imagine what it would look like on like a 4090 or
You'd better find out quickly. We
everything sort of maxed out. I do find the game a little bit, we're only a couple of hours in, but it's a little bit frustrating on the map with the wind. It's hard to find things, and you end up going around in circles a little bit. There's no
Tomoe. A woman.
no mini map, as you will, which is good for sort of the cinematic purposes, but for the gameplay, I could imagine getting later on in the game, you probably get lost, and there's nothing actually sending me up that path to that building. Then I just thought I'd go and explore it, and by chance it was
You remember?
objective, wasn't it? So yeah, not a problem.
Instead you took this Tomoe as your student.
You showed promise.
Trying to work out how the game actually looks compared to when you start looking at Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk newer game, isn't it? Is this looking like it's 4 years old, or is it still looking like a new game? The texture, like the grass, are really good. There's a few animation bits which but overall it does seem really smooth. So imagine when it came out day one, it was yeah, definitely something to be.
Fight like drunk tanuki.
They fought well enough at Komoda.
Even tanuki can catch a tiger when it's sleeping.
So, yeah, a little bit like that. A little bit. It's all pre-set up scenes, isn't it? It's,
The moist trail picks up here. Come.
yeah, a little bit.
Mongols took Fort Nakayama. But patrol
Probably
likely
just as
came from
clumsy.
there.
That's close to the hut.
Yeah, thanks for taking your time out, everyone, on the weekend to watch this. Obviously, it's bank holiday. I get Tuesday off as well, so
Ambush. Look around.
yeah. So another couple of days. So hopefully we can do some good
Blood.
gameplay walkthroughs.
No one died.
The only thing that nails me is because a lot of the following are in America. It's probably take 6 hours off, so it's like first thing in the morning now, isn't it? So it's,
Gift to my greatest student.
yeah, a lot of the live streams, a lot of the videos get picked up, sort of like the next day or sort of later in the day. So it's hard to get the traction sometimes.
The attack was sudden.
A lot of the time I'll end up live streaming at sort of 1, 2 in the morning to get a bit of a following through the videos. So, a bit like when I do votes and giveaways, it's sort of like we'll put it on today and all the responses will come tomorrow, sort of thing. So you usually have to give a few days for everything.
Worse.
But yeah, I think the
Doing the same to the
Xbox controller works really well for the game.
Fear is a weapon, Sakai.
But I think the PlayStation
Not let the Mongols use it
5
against you.
controller, I have played with it before and I've tried this game, and the vibration and I would imagine even the sound coming out of it, everything's just a bit more immersive, isn't it?
The fort is nearby.
I've always just felt especially the analog position on the Xbox, I've always just found a little bit comfier, a bit more natural than sort of squashing your thumbs together essentially.
Better you
Just
didn't.
sits quite.
We lost enough there.
But yeah, comment below if you played the game or not, if you're looking to get the game. As I said, I might be able to do a giveaway on it, so I'll have a look about that and just let me know what do you play. Do you play PC or console? Seem to have a bit of a mixed bag really on the channel of a lot of PC players, but then there are a lot of people on PlayStation
What's wrong, Sensei?
or on Xbox. So I'd say mainly on PlayStation.
Was a gift to me from Lord Nagao.
So I've outsold the Xbox, isn't it?
It's a beautiful.
Slightly.
Of course it is. And there's nothing more painful to me. Big bow, ineptly used.
Then it's a good thing you're giving it to me.
Who said anything about giving? Prove.
I've just hit the webcam with my screen and it's just moved over to my little screen, so hopefully it'll there we go, perfect. It's all moved back, isn't it? My fault, I was just trying to set the webcam up a little bit easier for everybody, so if I can go like that and tilt it a little bit. Not really mastered it. I keep moving the setup and every time I move seats and chairs it starts messing about with everything, so off, but
Aim for that lamp closest to us.
okay, so you do get a bow and arrow. I forgot about that, to be honest. I wasn't actually sure. Yeah, I think this is where
Further down the road.
the PlayStation controller will come in to effect with all the getting vibration through the Xbox controller.
Not bad. Let's see.
I would imagine the actual hectic triggers. You may not be able to hear it on the stream, but the actual hectic haptic feedback you get on the controller.
It wasn't. So take good care of it. Let's go.
Is that it?
Focus, Sakai.
Yeah.
I'm getting used
Yeah,
to
it's,
the grip.
it gives you that a little bit of resistance, doesn't it?
A bow
So
like this would have helped
I think you get.
It is a
No, I
good
don't think you do on the
bow.
Elite
Victory is
controller, do
won
you?
by warriors,
Not 100% sure.
You haven't seen the Mongols' fire weapons.
They have not yet won.
The graphics seem to. Just have a look really quick. Display. Because it's just moved over as it's all knocked off there, hasn't it? So let's try it. I think. Yeah, it's up to like 150 frames. So if you look at that, 149 frames. If I turn off the LSS, this is where I was talking about on the graphics. If you turn that off, we're on very high, aren't we? Display. If you turn that off, we're on 150, aren't we, at the minute? Makes you do a double. Yeah, so it's gone down to 110, hasn't it? So I'm not sure about the DLSS. As I said, I've had problems with other games, so Spider-Man suffered quite bad with it.
This spot is perfect. I'll find a
And
way in
Modern
when
Warfare
they-
3 absolutely suffers really, really bad with it. So basically what happens is the frame generation just crashes the game really bad. So
We open the gates, we strike. The longer we delay, the longer Tomoe remains in danger. She can take care of herself. Survey the battlefield. What can we use to our advantage?
yeah, really
Those barrels
got
could do
some form of explosive there. Barrel, nicely positioned, isn't it?
nests. One shot
Some
can stop them.
mosquitoes, some form there,
Will face the sting of insects and arrows.
and we've got
An arrow in those
fire.
handkerchiefs will kick up sparks. And start fires.
It's a little bit slow, isn't it? A little bit slow, and then we've got
The archers.
some archers there, aren't we? On the
Better.
oh, I'm not sure where this is going. Yeah, so the DLSS on Modern Warfare 3 absolutely destroys the game. It makes it so laggy and actually interferes with some of the network settings, which is
Now we wait.
easy. But I think with this game, it is all set up through the Nvidia app, so you
They're opening the
get a
gates.
bit of confidence. So,
Signal.
oh, what's gone on there? Yeah, that's convenient, isn't it? No. That's quite convenient. I don't know if I played that right then or not. A little bit. I played that quite bad actually. I just thought I could have hit the got a headshot there. The vibrations are a little bit annoying actually. I can just tell. Guess I've just wasted an arrow then. Pick some more up there. So yeah, the vibrations are a little bit annoying actually, but I've got full arrows anyway. So let's get. Okay, so there's more there, isn't there? A headshot there as well, haven't we? So then another headshot. Yeah, that's quite cool. So we'll get some more arrows here before we start jumping down. But I can imagine there's going to be more,
Tomoe.
potentially more waves, isn't there, of people, and maybe not. So let's go. At least we know there's arrows there anyway. So jump down there. Keep going this way. We'll see. Do here. Yes, that's what I was actually aiming for, that thing. Oh my god. That was what I was trying to do. Not worked, is it? That's good. Quite like the jump attacks actually. Just missed. We've got him. Not sure what he's got there, but we've got something, haven't we? So yeah, so we're straight into the action then, aren't we? That's great. The arrows definitely do some damage, don't they? That's putting there. Sort of one shot to the head, two shots to the feet at the minute. But yeah, it seems to bring you straight into the game, which is cool. I'm gonna die here, aren't I? I think we're better running. Got no ammo. To be honest, I've wasted all the arrows. Can I actually run up here and get more arrows? Should we? I keep getting a bit of a flicker. I don't know if that's just the graphics. Something's not working very well, is it? But okay, so we've got arrows now. It's a bit annoying having to run all the way back up just for a few arrows, but it's my fault for using them. I've been a little bit adventurous, but if we can go this way, just explode that. There's a bit of cover then, isn't there? Just finish this guy off, can't we, if we can? We've got that there, perfect. I didn't think that'd do it then, actually. Water stance. I'm not sure of all the stances either. I know there's a big list, isn't there, of different stances, but I'll have to do a bit of research on it. And I think this is where I think games like this are actually educational. To some extent, aren't they? They're quite educational, to a degree. Always an excuse, isn't it? You play Call of Duty because of educational purposes, but never the case, is it? Unless you do take everything like that and have to roll. But the arrows actually don't stick into the ground, which is funny. On sort of like your Red Dead. How do you cancel? Not actually cancel, can you? But yeah, so sort of like the Red Dead 2, you shoot sort of the trees and everything, and I can't, which is good. Yeah, so you can actually shoot everything. Roof actually, that's cool. Get in there. Yeah. Yeah, you actually, even the different arrow types shoot different thicknesses through different sort of surfaces, so much detail in it. This game's still detailed, but Red Dead a little bit, doesn't it? Like the bodies, when you leave dead bodies and you get the bones afterwards. Edge, doesn't it? This is a massive game.
These arrows are Japanese.
They're Tomoe's arrows.
You are sure?
I taught her to make the knock with deer horn. And that curve of the eagle feathers.
Rose.
So the Mongols took her weapons.
The shots are tightly clustered.
I think when I live stream, because I don't have any earphones, I can't hear anything.
Huh. Then they allowed her to use a bow.
The problem on Siege and other games I'm playing and not listening to footsteps, and but overall it's not a problem like this.
A scroll. Archery terms with Mongolian translations. Your name is mentioned.
She was teaching them my way of the bow.
A little bit like that with the doors. It'd be nice just to run through them quicker. Like there's loading stuff, but could be wrong. Couldn't.
Someone's personal quarters.
A woman's kimono.
Tomoe's kimono.
The Mongols freed her.
I think the VSync. Yeah, so it's off, isn't it? 1/3. Something. I think VSync does it sometimes. You usually get like the white flashes on the screen, but it seems to be off. So there's obviously
A survivor.
something going on. It's all fun. Quite like the orange effect. The colours are nice, aren't they? The sunset and. Yeah, it's got a good atmosphere, isn't it? So, see.
We're looking for a woman.
This is.
An archer.
The Mongols caged her with us. But they set her free. Gave her armor and a bow. She killed my wife. And the others. The bodies we found.
She proved her skill to the enemy. And they recruited her.
Please. It hurts. Don't leave me.
I've seen enough. Let's go.
To go, isn't it?
I should have killed her.
I wonder if there'll be any games made in the future, like 200 years of how it was now in cars and
What happened?
I pushed
all
her
in
too
the
hard.
spaceships.
Pushed her how? Where are
Plus,
you hiding?
sort of houses and yeah, it's funny, isn't it? You look back now and houses updated. And
I demand an answer.
they're only modern at the time, aren't they?
Not bandits.
Isn't that how stuff moves on? And
Why?
She has no idea what it means to be samurai.
You drove her to the Mongols.
Do not let Tomoe teach my way of the bow to the enemy.
And we will stop her.
This is my fight. I don't need your weapon.
No, you need me. Victory is won by warriors, not weapons.
Lord Shimura raised you well. We'll hunt Tomoe together, but we do it my way.
And when the time comes, you will help rescue my uncle.
You have my word, Sakai. I will prepare to hunt Tomoe. When you are ready, meet me at my dojo.
We can't rescue my uncle alone. I need more people to join our fight.
Fine lady Masako Wadachi.
Comment below what your favourite open world game is. If not sure how open this is, but
Finest warriors on the island.
are you more fan of this samurai style game, or do you like the Red Dead or GTA? Very similar games, aren't they? But sort of the styles, isn't it, of going to be running around with machine guns in this game, sort of thing. But yeah, Red Dead's good. There is a good skill factor with sort of the pistols, rifles, just different, very similar basis, but feels a bit more like
The Mongols are everywhere.
the maps, Ghost Recon
In a fight,
style, stroke
they will
Zelda
surround me like
vibe, isn't
warriors.
it? The wind and
I need to find new methods to keep
fair,
them
but
at bay.
this is where it'll get complicated with some of the moves, different stances. I think for playthrough it should be alright, but if it's
A well-balanced blade I can throw to catch a foe by surprise and
The-
finish them off.
so there's, yeah, different stances there then, isn't there? Stance. Stance. It's a little bit more rigid, isn't it? A little bit more hand in the air, sort of ready for the attack sort of thing, and that's a bit more of a defensive stance. Or go sort of like those. Like Shadow Warrior games, isn't it? The Warrior either flashing a little bit. I think it is just. So if we go onto the maps, in fast travel now. Tracking that then up, so we need to go the opposite way. Where do we need to go? Can't tell which way the wind is going this way. I think the grass shows you anyway, doesn't it? So if we go this way. I'm just going to have a break now, everybody. So we get on to the next part, and then I'll be back on soon streaming. So yeah, so we've done just over an hour. Probably a bit longer actually. An hour and a half. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll the lad is up now, so I'll be back on soon, and I'll just save it before anything. So I think we can save it, can't we? Somewhere if we go onto this. Yeah, so we'll save it there on a new slot, and yeah, appreciate everyone following and watching. As I said, we're almost at the 20k sub mark, so I'll probably do the 20k subs. Yeah, we'll probably do a ghost giveaway. I think that would be wouldn't it? So yeah, thanks everyone for joining today, but I'll be on very soon, and I think sort of across Monday, Tuesday we'll probably do some long playthroughs, and Tuesday I'll dedicate to doing a walkthrough on this as well, and we'll power through it as much as we can. So yeah, hope everyone has a good weekend. As I said, thanks for joining, everyone, and yeah, looking forward to part 3. It's been really good so far. So I think we've not even got into the game yet, have we? So it just shows you how good it's going to be. So yeah, thanks everyone for joining. Just gonna have to go now, sorry, but as soon as I'm free I'll be back on, and be back on with the live streaming. So yeah, thanks everyone, and have a good weekend, and I'll speak to you very, very, very shortly.